First of all, before I get into my video here, I'd like to address the passing of Carl Weathers. Of course, everyone knows who's a diehard football fan. He was an Oakland Raider in the 1970s for 2 seasons. But for all of us movie fans, he was an amazing actor, one of the tough guys of American action movies, and one of the best dramatic film stars. Movies like Action Jackson, Predator, there are several others, and of course, he's well known and well loved by being Apollo Creed in the Rocky films. Of course, he has a funny side too. Everyone remembers him in Adam Sandler's movie Happy Gilmore. I still watch it and it still makes me laugh. He still makes me laugh, although he's pretty stoic in a lot of the scenes he's in with Adam Sandler. We lost a great one. Carl Weathers has passed away at the age of 76. Now we got that sad business out of the way. Now I gotta get to more sad business, and that comes from the Maga. I don't know if they're inherently racist or Donald Trump allowed their racism to come through when he became president in 2016 and has allowed them to let go through ever since he left office in 2020. No, excuse me, since he was unelected in 2020. But unfortunately, he's just let it all out. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, the racist batshit hag in Georgia, she can't help herself. Now she's calling on, first things first, let me get some background. She has had in for anyone in Congress who happens to be of color. She has gone after, quote unquote, the squad, as Donald Trump called them. Ilhan Omar, Rashid Tlaib, of course, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. But this time, she's gone full Klanswoman, I want to be PC, on Ilhan Omar, calling for her to be expelled from Congress in one clip, and the other clip, she wants her to be deported from the United States. Like, seriously, removed from the United States. Deported. Take a look at these clips. The first one, obviously, she's on the House floor, and obviously she made I won't say it's a Freudian slip or a mistake, because obviously the bitch is racist. She's going off, and she says, Ilhan Omar, representative of Somalia instead of Minnesota. In the second clip, she runs to her office and makes another batshit racist video about Ilhan Omar, and it goes even further. Take a look at these clips.
Speaker, pursuant to Clause 2A.1 of Rule 9, I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows.
Recognized.
Censuring Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. Whereas elected members of Congress take an oath to bear true faith and allegiance to the United States without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Whereas Representative Ilhan Omar took an oath of allegiance to the United States upon becoming a citizen, declaring, I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen. Whereas on January 27, 2024, Representative Omar gave remarks at an event in Minneapolis in which she made treasonous statements. Whereas Representative Omar said she has spoken to many Somalians who asked her to intercede for the Somali government by pressuring the United States government into certain actions. A censure resolution against Ilhan Omar. And the reason why I did that, and I'll just say this, censure is not going far enough. If it were up to me, we would expel Ilhan Omar and deport her out of the United States. Her comments are outrageous. She's acting as a foreign agent within our very government from inside the U.S. system. Ilhan Omar needs to be censured, but censure is not enough. I'm telling you right now, she is acting as a foreign agent on behalf of a foreign country side. She's not the only one. Look at Joe Biden. We're investigating Joe Biden for his family getting paid millions of dollars. For him, we can move on. There's others here like that. Rashida Tlaib. She does everything she can to act in the interest of Hamas over in Gaza. Along with Cori Bush. Cori Bush is acting in the interest of terrorists. Rashida Tlaib and Cori Bush acting in the interest of terrorists. We serve the United States of America, and that's it. We serve the American people and no other people. That's how our country needs to get back on track, and that's the only way we'll save our country.
Now, the second clip where she made that video in her office, that was actually recorded from my fellow YouTuber, Jesse Donamore. He edited out, the video was a total of almost 4 or 5 minutes. Oh God, this woman, she just goes on a rant against any woman, any congressman that pisses her off, including the President of the United States. She just goes off on this incoherent, idiotic rant. We need to get them all. We need to get them all. But when it comes to Ilhan Omar, this is all stemming from a translation of a speech that Ilhan gave. And it's coming from the translation from a right-wing outlet that said all of themselves that it wasn't true, that wasn't completed, that was taken out of context. But thanks to CNN's reporting, you're going to hear exactly what Ilhan Omar said in that speech, proving that Marjorie Taylor Greene is a lying bitch. Take a look.
From that breakaway region posted a version of her comments online. The translation on the clip claimed that she said this: "The U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. They will do what we want and nothing else. They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interest of Somalia." Now, CNN translated her speech. Here's what she actually said. Quote, "The United States government would do what we tell them to do. We need to have confidence as Somali people. We live in this country. This is the country that we pay taxes in. This is the country where a girl was born from you all who is sitting in Congress."
Do you feel a sinking feeling in the seat of your pants, Mary Jean? That means you got fucked in the ass by a member of the squad, and by CNN, and by the American people. So you are a fucking liar. And this little spiel of yours shows that you're a fucking liar. Greene, it's about time you face the facts that Donald Trump is not going to pick you as his vice presidential pick if he gets the nomination, which obviously he's going to, but he's not going to pick you. Stop trying to suck his cock. It's not going to happen. But as for this and all the other bullshit that you've done, your ass is the one who needs to be removed from office. Your ass is the one, hell, if I had my way, since you want to go there, if I had my way, your ass would be deported. You see, Greene, this is the problem with the Maga. And it's not just Marjorie Taylor Greene. And it's not just all the politicians in Congress and the Senate or those seeking to become members of the House and the Senate or president. It's not just politicians. It's everyone in the MAGA. When they can't get things done, when they can't push their own agenda, and when they get called out on their bullshit, they make bullshit up. They've been doing it to me for years. Again, and this is me talking. I've been called a pedophile. I've been accused of raping children. I've been accused of killing children. Now, not necessarily killing children as in killing children, but because I'm pro-choice, I've been accused of being a child murderer. See, that's the problem with the MAGA. They don't have facts, so they make up their own facts. They don't know what to do when they're called out on their bullshit, so they make up their own bullshit in order to make themselves feel better about themselves or make themselves feel like they've accomplished something by making up bullshit like Marjorie Taylor Greene did with Ilhan Omar. Sometimes you need to shut the fuck up and do your job. But unfortunately for you, Greene, you don't want to do your job. You keep complaining about the border crisis, but you won't do your job. Hell, even your own some of your Republicans, some of the scumbags like Dan Crenshaw are seeing the pattern that Republicans aren't doing their jobs. But you'll just get on the floor of the House of Representatives and try to make up bullshit about another congresswoman. Did you really think that someone wasn't going to look into that? Did you really believe that CNN or anyone else wasn't going to say, oh my God, we got this about Ilhan Omar. We need to check this. We need to investigate. And did you really believe that nothing was going to be done? That they weren't going to put out the truth on one of their newscasts? How stupid can you possibly be? And I'm not asking you this as a rhetorical question. I'm asking you seriously. How stupid are you, Greene? Now, you're a bitch, but you have to be intelligent enough to know that someone was going to look into this. That is what is so killing me about the MAGA. You really think that people aren't going to look into this? I feel sorry for you, Greene. I really do. You're so obsessed with being Donald Trump's new whore that you'll sacrifice your damn integrity, not to mention the American people, to be that. And for that, I feel sorry for you. Do yourself a favor, Greene. Get out of Congress while you can. Because quite honestly, even though you think you're in a Republican safe state, your ass is going to get kicked out sooner or later. You have made yourself into a walking fucking joke. And it's not just you and the rest of the Republican Party and the rest of the MAGA. All of you who are actually believing her bullshit, that tells me something. That tells me that there's no hope for you. There's no coming back for any of you. You put yourself on the bus to nowhere, and there's no coming back. You're gone. If you can't see the proof beyond the bullshit, even when it's standing to you right in the face. I mean, Greene knew. She had to have known this was true. The translation from that right-wing outlet was a lie. She had to have known. If she didn't, then she's more fucked in the head than I gave her credit for. But Greene, your career in Congress is no longer tenable. Do yourself a favor and get out while you still can, and with the slightest point of dignity you still have for yourself. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.